man woke up. Someone had shot him with a sleeping dart. The shooter was a boy with a toy gun. The world had a zombie virus for 6 years. The boy, Jack, thought the man was a bad guy, but the man, Dan, said he only wanted his gun and knife back. Jack believed him and invited him inside. Jack asked Dan to run on a treadmill. Why? Because the treadmill made electricity for the house. Suddenly, a zombie appeared outside. Dan ran out and shot it in the head. Jack was upset. The glass was bulletproof, so the zombie could not get in. But Dan felt bad for the young zombie. He used its body to power the house all night. Jack let Dan take a shower. Later, Dan saw a strange room. Jack stopped him from going inside. That night, Jack handcuffed himself to the bed. The next morning, Jack ran outside with his toy gun. Dan followed. Jack had caught a zombie in a trap. Dan tried to hit it with a stick, but Jack pointed the gun at him. Dan then knew something was wrong with Jack. He snuck into the strange room. The walls were covered in scratch marks. The room was made to hold a zombie. Then, they heard an engine. Bad guys had found the house. Jack saw his sister waving from upstairs. He was very scared. Dan snuck back inside without being seen. Because of this, Jack trusted Dan. He gave Dan back his weapons. Dan decided to leave the next day. Before leaving, Dan asked Jack to come. Jack said no, but he looked sad. Then Jack's sister screamed. The bad guys had taken her. Suddenly, gunfire. The bad guys fell down. Jack's mother shot them. She was a killer for hire, but Dan was also shot. He did not die. His wound healed fast. The mother then told the truth. There are 2 kinds of infected people. One is mindless zombies. The other is special people who can heal fast. Dan was special. Jack was also special. That is why he used handcuffs at night. Dan decided to stay and protect the family. But one day, the family dog ran away from Jack. Jack was about to turn into a monster. His mother locked him in the small dark room. Then, the little girl fell down. Her heart was weak. Dan tried to save her for 1 hour, but she died. Days later, Jack was normal again. Dan said goodbye. He went north to find his wife. Jack and his mother stayed in the house, but soon, zombies filled the forest. Dan ran back. More bad guys had surrounded the house. Dan was a former soldier. He killed 2 guards and snuck inside. The bad guys aimed their guns at him. Dan did not panic. He cut his own throat. His special healing saved him. He killed the rest of the bad guys. The mother and son hid. When Dan woke up 1 week later, they were gone. They went north to find a new home. Dan packed his things and went north too, hoping to see them again.